You have always been known for choosing your roles very carefully, sometimes working less than other actresses of your generation. What was a conscious way to protect your artistic freedom or simply the result of instinct?
I'm sorry, I didn't understand the last part.
You have always been known for choosing your roles very carefully, sometimes working less than other actresses of your generation. Was that a conscious way to protect your artistic freedom or simply the result of instinct?
I think probably a little of both. You know, I mean, there was some conscious effort to make my work synonymous with my life so that they weren't separate, to make one help the other develop and vice versa, to make my life to make the work better and my work to make the life deeper.
Okay.
And then, you know, so I think, yeah, a little conscious effort, but everything involves a little luck.
Your career has often been described as representing both the glory and the pressure of the Hollywood star system. When you look back, do you feel the industry had changed for actresses since the 90s?
Do I think that what?
The industry has changed for actresses since the 80s?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I really don't know. I've never been in the inner circle.
Okay.
I do think that women directors have maybe more opportunity, or should I say more money? You know, in other words, I narrated a documentary, a wonderful documentary by Mark Cousins called not Women in Film, Women Do Film, I think. And it's about 4 parts, and it shows us directors back to the beginning of film. So often we don't know how much women have been doing because they simply didn't have the same platform. But as far as actresses in Hollywood, I wouldn't know.
Okay. Terms of Endearment remains one of your most iconic performances. What do you remember most about playing Emma, and why do you think this character still connects so strongly with the audience today?
I don't. I try to tell a story that maybe is not the easy part of life. Try to tell a story that maybe is honest in its reaction to things that can happen to us, and also try to talk about the difficulty we have in connecting with other humans.
An Officer and Gentleman become a huge success, but you have spoken in the past about complicated feelings regarding that film. With distance, how do you see today in your career?
That's the last part?
Sorry, which distance, how do you see it today in your career?
Oh, with distance. Yes, well, I think often what is quoted in an interview is not always fair to the whole feeling. So yes, there was a story created about many things in my life that I feel differently about, but I felt differently about them then as well. But once the internet came, here I was fucked. I'm sorry, can I say that on this?
Yeah, it's okay,
okay.
Don't worry.
Once the internet comes, there's no going back. And there's no changing it, so whatever, c'est la vie.
Yes.
You can believe what you want, I don't care.
Nice. You worked with different filmmakers like Bernardo Bertolucci, Costa-Gavras, Bob Rafelson, or Karel Reisz. Do you adapt yourself to each director, or do you try to keep the same core approach as an actress?
No, I work with the director. The director is very important to me, and I would say that they influence everything.
Okay. The Sheltering Sky is a very unique film, both visually and emotionally. What did working with Bernardo Bertolucci teach you about cinema that you didn't know before?
That's like saying, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't even think of a metaphor or simile, because it is the best way to say, you know, what did Bertolucci teach you about film that you didn't know before? I mean, come on. I was, so lucky and fortunate to not only work with him, but be friends with him. And I learned so much about the camera, the design of a shot supporting the performance. I learned that early on from James Bridges, but then Bernardo ups that game very much, especially with Vittorio's work. So, some days we're devoted to setting up a shot that we would just be able to shoot at sunset. It took all day to set up, and it maybe has 5, movements of camera, like from a handheld to a dolly to a truck, and no cuts. So, now what they would call oneers. But how can that not give you a total thrill as an actor? Like, when it's your turn, you better fucking come up with the goods.
Nice. In films like Black Widow or Twentieth, you explore darker and more ambiguous characters. Were you deliberately trying to avoid being typecast after your early successes?
No.
Okay. You gain a reputation for being outspoken, sometimes even called it difficult in Hollywood. Do you think that label was unfair, or what is simply the price to pay for having strong opinions?
Well, I don't have strong opinions. I just have them like every other human.
Yeah.
But when you're put up on some platform, which I didn't ask to be put on, then your opinions seem strong because somebody is printing them or photographing them.
Yeah.
So I just have opinions like other people. I think I sometimes express them with emotion because that's what I'm feeling in the moment. And then later I don't care so much.
Yeah.
But often I think if I say maybe 6 sentences that were the answer to a question, they pick out the most devilish part of it, and that's what followed me around. And I don't know, do I mind? No, I never really understood how what I say mattered so much. It doesn't really, and I know it doesn't. But why it got so much ink, as they say, I will never know.
In the mid-90s, you stepped away from acting for several years, which is rare at the height of your career. What made you realize you need that distance from the industry?
Life.
Yes. Good answer.
I was really busy with my life, and I just didn't find the time to tell a story that didn't equal the excitement of my life. If a story had come up then that I felt I couldn't live with myself if I didn't do, that would have been a really hard decision. But as it happened, that didn't happen. My mother was dying. I had a child to give birth to. I fell in love and got married. I taught at a university. I couldn't find a film that would equal all that. Yeah.
Nice. The documentary Searching for Debra Winger explored the difficulties faced by actresses in Hollywood. Did participating in that film change the way you see your own career?
Did
this documentary?
Oh, yeah. All due respect to Roseanne Arquette.
Yes.
I did not see it on purpose so that I wouldn't have to answer this question. Okay. But I hear that it was, it was important to a lot of people. I get letters about it. But God bless her. I just couldn't. I couldn't get my mind around that. When we shot our segment, it was not called that. There was a different title. So I just felt, I don't know, maybe a little embarrassed.
Okay. When you came back with film like Rachel Getting Married or later project, did you feel freer as an actress that you did in the 80s?
Freer? I think I always felt pretty free.
Okay.
I think when I got in trouble was when I didn't feel free and I tried to get free. But it's all an illusion, freedom, right?
Well, of course. You have also worked as producer and been involved in documentaries. Does producing give you a different kind of satisfaction compared to acting?
Wait, yeah, definitely. I mean, you have a feeling that you contributed without your persona being involved.
Yes. You have often been described as a feminist figure within the Hollywood system, someone who refused to follow the expected path. Was that something you were consciously fighting for, or just the way you are?
I think it's humanity. It's
Yes.
not feminism, and I think the first part of that sentence is probably the most accurate. You were always seen as, or I mean, I don't know what the collective hypnosis is about how we categorize people. I'm living a life
Yes.
that happens to be mine, and I'm trying to be constantly in touch with my humanity, which makes living that life sometimes very difficult because there's a lot of dehumanizing things going on in the world.
Of course. When you look at the film being shown here at the festival, An Officer and Gentleman, Terms of Endearment, Black Widow, The Shooting Sky, do you see a common thread that defines what you were searching for as an actress?
As an actress?
Yes.
No. As a human, I think I'm always, searching. I don't know. I think when you're searching, one can't be sure what it's for. Otherwise, you are just looking for that thing. If you're really a searcher, a seeker, you can't know. It's just, you have to be open and you have to be ready. So I work at those two things. And right now, the noise of the inhumanity being brought by our country in particular, and the country that is called Israel, is just beyond my imagination, and it's very noisy inside my head about that. I'm really at a loss for this unbelievable crime against humanity.
Many of your characters feel very real, complex, sometimes uncomfortable, but never artificial. What do you need to find in a script to feel that the character is worth playing?
I question that about how did you word it? Sorry, reality or authentic?
Authentic in French. Authentic. Authentic, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, many people that we meet that are interesting characters don't feel authentic.
Yeah.
Even though they're authentic individuals.
Of course.
So I have nothing against playing that. I think that I got tired of always being asked to be myself, as if I knew what that was or anyone else would. That's what the search is for oneself, know thyself. No, I have nothing to say really about that, except that, authenticity is what we search for, but falling short of it is what makes it entertaining.
Nice. Hollywood has often struggled with the way it treats actresses as they grow older. Do you feel that things are improving today, or are the same problem still in a different form?
Yes, it's same problem, different form. There's only about 5 in life.
Yeah.
You know, right? There's only 5 themes, there's only 5 problems. You know.
Yes.
We like to dress them up differerently, and we speak about them in different languages. But by the way, this is not whiskey, it's tea.
Tea, okay, perfect.
Because I know how things go with me.
It's a good one?
It's okay.
Good. When you compare filmmaking today with the time when you made your most famous films in the 80s and the 90s, what do you miss the most from that period?
What did I miss?
Do you miss? Yes.
Oh, no, I don't. I guess, that's actually a good question. I miss the crews getting paid enough, you know?
Okay, yes.
The way the crew is treated now is despicable.
Okay.
And that's, you know, actors, we're always on the, you know, even on the small independent films where they tell you to find your own way home and bring your own lunch.
Yes.
It's still better than the crew.
Yeah.
And I just feel so bad about that. It almost makes it impossible to work because You know, if something was going wrong with the crew, or if there was some problem, I as an actress found it very hard to work until that problem was solved. So I think it's a shame that we don't appreciate the artistry of all the people that go into making a film. It is the most collaborative art form, and yeah, that's gone missing.
You have worked in film, television, theaters, and streaming series. Do you approach acting differently depending on the format, or is the work essentially the same for you?
Essentially, it's the same. If the director is good, it doesn't feel like a different art form necessarily, although there is certainly there's a skill set to working with a camera that I happen to like. But the stage is a whole other thing. And then, but you know, when you say TV now, it's hard. I worked on a wonderful series called Patriot with a wonderful filmmaker, and Steve Conrad. And I'm just trying to say something in the right way, so I hesitate, but I never hesitated to that it was a big film, even though it was a series for Amazon, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't even differentiate. If the camera work is great, and James Whitaker was the cameraman, and you're working with the director and you have a great cast, then that's the essence of making a jewel, you know?
And my last question, if a young actress today discovers your films for the first time at this festival, what do you hope that she understands about the choices you made for your career?
Yeah, I think choices that you make for your career is a kind of misnomer, because so much of it is luck.
Yes.
Being in the right place at the right time, being fortunate to be asked. Yes, you say no to some things, but you know, if you're ready all the time, chances are you'll be more adept at choosing the thing that is right for you at that time, and then, you know, it's all a crapshoot after that.
Yeah.
But I think the message is just to be ready.
Perfect. Thank you.